On est devant le booth de Autodesk où encore cette année, on va parler de toutes sortes de beaux produits comme Smoke sur Mac. Vous savez que c'est un produit qui me tient beaucoup à cœur. Je suis avec Marc Hamaker et on va parler de la vente de Smoke sur Mac dans la dernière année, évidemment des nouveaux features qu'on va trouver dans la version de cette année. Thank you, Marc, for taking the time to talk to us.
I'm glad to be here. It's good to see you again.
You know, last year we were here, it was the big unveiling, the first public appearance, I guess, of Smoke on the Mac. How big was that for Autodesk?
Well, I mean, last year was a big NAB for Smoke, and it was great. But this year is even bigger. I mean, we've got more Smokes here everywhere for people to see. And for us, Smoke's been a real hit this year. I mean, it's funny when I think back that it's really only been about a year, a little over a year, that it's been on the market because we've seen a lot of people buying Smoke, a lot of people adding finishing with Smoke. It's just been great.
Tell me about the kind of people that end up buying Smoke on a Mac.
Well, what's interesting, we always track the numbers. We always try to figure out who's actually buying Smoke, and we compare that to who we traditionally have sold to. And when we look at our client base, we see that 60% of the people who are finishing with Smoke today were not customers before. They were not buying finishing solutions from Autodesk. So for us, that's a great validation that Smoke is really a hit, but also that people are seeing the value of editorial finishing with Smoke, and they're adding it to their workflow. And for us, it means we're being more successful. It means Smoke's being successful, and it's really a great feeling to know that people are finishing their content with Smoke.
March 1st, you announced the 2012 versions of most of your products, and now 2012 version of Smoke on Mac is actually shipping. So what's new and cool in the new version?
Well, there's a lot of great stuff in the new version, but I think the most fun feature, the feature I like to play with the most and that I've found to really be able to change what I'm creating, are the new 3D lighting tools inside of Action. So what we've done is we've taken Action, which is a 3D compositing environment. We've redesigned the lighting system, and now you can add different lighting effects. So you can create lens flares automatically, you can create volumetric effects. Now, you're probably thinking, who cares about a lens flare because it's 2011? But what's cool is these actually exist within the 3D space of the composite. So it's not like putting just a plugin over top of a final render. So you can move a volumetric light rays effect behind something that's transparent. It'll actually shine through the object. It can even pick up some of the colors and some of the transparency of that. So behind a stained glass window, you get the color of the stained glass coming through. So that's what's cool. But what's really nice about it is because it's actually in the 3D space of the composite, if you add an FBX camera and you make it a stereoscopic composite, now all your lighting effects and lens flares and all of that's happening in 3D. So it just makes it easier when you're doing any kind of production, whether it's monoscopic or stereoscopic. The other thing that's cool inside the compositing area is we've made it easier to interop with 3ds Max and Maya. So what you can do now is, of course, bring in FBX models that include substance textures. So those textures will transfer through and you can have those inside of Action, but also geometry cache animations. And this is great because if you have, just for an example, say you do a cloth simulation inside of Maya and you have a piece of billowing fabric, you can now bring that as an FBX into Smoke. Now it's going to bake that animation in, but it's still going to be a live piece of geometry with that effect happening. So if you want to map video onto a piece of moving fabric or something, you can do that really fast in Smoke. So it's just a nice workflow. And I think people are going to be doing a lot of cool things with it, like motion graphics, design type work.
These are all very, very cool features. So hopefully this is a nice trend that we have here, and we'll be seeing more and more Smoke on the Mac and more people discovering Autodesk products.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And one of the things we're trying to do with Smoke is just make people aware of it. So if there's anybody that's interested in Smoke, just go to our website. It's autodesk.com/smoke4mac, and you can download a 30-day trial. And then the other thing that I think people don't realize is if you're a student and you have a .edu email address, you can go to, I'll have to get the address for you, you can actually download a 36-month trial. Because for us, we want students, we want the next generation of creative people using Autodesk software. And that doesn't just apply to Smoke, there's a lot of Autodesk software that's available for that. So if you're a student or if you're a professional, check out Smoke and download a copy because I think you're going to like it, and we just want people to get their hands on it.
Very cool. Well, thank you, Marc.
Thank you. Good to see you.